Hello, my name is Kevin Martins, and I am a Principal Partner Technical Architect with Microsoft. In my role at Microsoft, I am constantly talking with Microsoft partners and customers about the many collaboration capabilities in Office 365. While these features are fantastic and truly game-changing for many organizations, I also make sure these same audiences are aware of the threats that Microsoft sees each and every day, and I provide suggestions about mitigations. Look, Office 365 does a phenomenal job analyzing the over 400 billion emails the service receives every month as of April 2018. However, there are basic email records you can set up that will further help you in these battles. In this blog, I will focus on SPF records. What are they? Why do you want to implement them? And how do you implement them? SPF records are a DNS text record that lists only the email servers or email environments who are authorized to send email as you. If you send an email to a recipient on a major service, such as Microsoft Office 365, and your SPF record is not set up correctly, chances are that email will be marked as spam and not be delivered. An SPF record is just one of several ways that an email hosting environment can verify the authenticity of the email being sent. You want to have this set up correctly. While SPF records are very easy to set up and edit when needed, they are also very easy to include typos. In this blog, I have provided several formatting pro tips for these records and have provided an example of editing an SPF record when a third-party email sender is needed. Typically, a third-party hoster is defined as an authorized sender when your email is hosted with them. A service like Office 365 is a great example of this. A third-party email sender is also defined in your SPF records when, say for example, your human resources or marketing department may want to send newsletters from a popular email service such as MailChimp.com. This video walks through the setup of these examples as well as how to verify the records have been replicated properly on the internet. Let's begin by creating a new DNS SPF record for my Office 365 environment where my lab environment's email is hosted. From here, I'll go to GoDaddy.com where the DNS records are hosted. I'll go to Sign In. From here, I'll choose kmartins.com, which is my lab domain, and I'll choose DNS records. From here, down at the bottom, I'll choose the option to add a new DNS record. I'll select the record type, which in this case is a text record. The host, and finally, I'll use the text value. What I've done for this to make sure there's no typos in my text record is I've written this out in a notepad file. So from here, I can see exactly what's going to go into this field. I do this because the field is smaller and I can't see everything in here. If I wanted to add more authorized senders, I definitely would not be able to see all of these, so looking at it in a text file first is the way to go. Now that I've defined this, I'll click on Save, and my record is created. Remember, your SPF records define the authorized email senders of your environment or your domain. There may be instances where your human resources department or your marketing department may want to send out newsletters to internal users of your environment and send those newsletters as someone at your domain. Proper setup of the SPF records is required to make sure that these emails are delivered properly and they're not scrubbed out by any type of email filter. In this example, let's use MailChimp. MailChimp is a very popular third-party email sender that's utilized by marketing or HR departments. On MailChimp's website, they've defined the proper DKIM and SPF email records that must be set up properly. From here, we'll go down, and on the right-hand side, where SPF is defined, we see here that this include servers.mcsv.net is required to be part of the SPF records to make sure that their emails are delivered properly. To set this up, I'll pull over our Notepad file where our SPF records are defined. Here, I've already included the server defined by MailChimp. Now that I've got this all written out, I'll copy it and I'll go back to my domain manager. From here, here's the text record that I just created for SPF. I'll go in here to edit it. I'll select all, delete, and replace it with the new MailChimp server, as well as keeping my Office 365 server environment. From here, I'll click on Save, and the record is updated. Now that I've updated my record, I want to make sure that that record is properly being replicated throughout the internet. To check this, I'll go to a free tool on the internet called mxtoolbox.com. From here, I'm going to go to More, and you can see a very thorough list of tools that MX Toolbox provides. In this case, I want to go down here to the SPF generator. I'll type in my domain, and I'll tell it to check the SPF record. Down at the bottom, it's giving me a suggested record. This is a SPF record generator, after all. But over here on the right is really what I'm after. I'm looking for the current record. Here, we can see my pre-existing Office 365 record, as well as the brand new record for MailChimp.com. This tells me the record has properly replicated throughout the internet and the SPF record is set up properly. Thank you for watching this video about SPF records. Why do you want to set them up? What are they? And how do you set them up in Office 365? Please look at the notes of this file for a link to a blog where there is more information posted about this topic.